is inclined. Okay, this ray of light we will pass it at some angle, that is 90 degree to the surface of the water. You could see the ray of light when it is passed 90 degree to the surface of water, you will find it is straight. It is not bending, or either it is not changing its path. Only you could see it has become thick. Okay, so when the ray of light is inclined to any surface, what has happened here? It is changing its path. Okay, what you have understood now, what we have to understand with the help of this experiment. Now this experiment is telling you about, this is a surface, this is a medium. Three mediums are there where the light is traveling now. What are these three mediums? Three medium, the first medium is the air, that is your atmosphere. From the atmosphere, the light is passing from the space into your atmosphere, and then the light is passing through this glass. This glass is the second medium, and the water is the third medium. So three mediums the light has to travel. From these three mediums the light has to travel. Now what is happening to this light? That is, it is changing its path. It is deflecting. Okay, so we say that this property of the light, we call it as refraction. When the light moves back, it turns back, we call that property as reflection, and this property we call it as refraction. Now what is refraction? How you will define? Refraction means the property of light, that is when a light travels from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, it changes its path, it deflects. Okay, so this deflection or change in the path, we call it as refraction. It is fraction. Fraction means refraction, cutting. Okay, so you could see again I'll explain. There are three mediums here, and this pencil represents the ray of light. This ray of light traveling from the sun, it enters into the space, and then it enters the atmosphere, that is the air. Okay, air is also dense. Then it enters the glass. Glass is the second medium, and your water, that is the third medium. So when ray of light traveling from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, it changes its path. Now we will talk about the transparent medium, that is the air. Okay, this air is not so dense, but this glass is very dense than that of the air. Water is still dense than that of the air. Okay, so what happens here? Light keeps on bending. So there are some rules here. You have to learn about some refraction rules. So law of refractions are there. Some laws are followed. Before that, we will understand what is incident ray. This ray which is coming, traveling directly from the source, that ray we call it as incident ray. And the ray which you could see inside, this ray is called as refracted ray. One more ray where the ray travels outside, or you could see, that ray is called as emergent ray. Okay, so emergent ray I'll show you with the help of a laser torch. Okay, so ray of light traveling from the air, okay, into this water, and you could see that ray which is coming on the board, that ray is called as emergent ray. And the ray which is inside the glass, that ray is called as refracted ray, and the ray which is outside, that ray is called as emergent ray. This ray which is coming from my hand, that is the incident ray. Inside is the refracted ray, and the ray which is coming again outside, that is the emergent ray. Okay, I hope you have seen that. So on the board I'll explain you again. Suppose this is a glass slab or any medium, the transparent medium. Okay, I have a transparent medium here with me. Okay, so glass slab is there. We will draw it and see. This glass slab is having a perpendicular. We will draw to this glass slab so that we can understand the angle which is joining, or the ray which is joining to this glass slab. Suppose this is an incident ray. Okay, incident ray comes from all the sides. We are going to consider only one incident ray from this. Okay, so one incident ray will be considered, and a ray which we are going to consider, that ray is the normal, which is perpendicular to the atmosphere or perpendicular to the surface of that medium. Okay, this ray, when it enters this medium, the ray which enters the medium, this ray bends. Okay, it bends towards the normal and then travels inside. Okay, now if this angle is 60 degree, if this angle is 30 degree, then inside you will find the angle has become 20 degree. That means the angle will become small and this angle is big. That means the refracted ray is coming close or either close to that normal. Which is normal? Normal is 90 degree. Incident ray. This is the incident ray. This is the refracted ray. Now this ray is not going to remain there itself. What will happen to this ray? This ray is going to travel outside the medium again. When it is traveling outside the medium, again it will go far away from the normal. So what happens here? You could see the angle has changed. Okay, the refracted ray. This ray is called as emergent ray. Got that? Now, what we have to learn here is there are medium. This here, air is the medium. This medium is the glass. And here again the medium is air. Air is rare medium. Glass is dense medium. And again here is rare medium. So when the ray of light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. And again when the ray of light travels from denser medium to rarer medium, it goes away from the normal. You have to remember that incident ray, when the ray of light traveling from rarer medium to denser medium, this ray bend towards the normal, and from dense medium to rare medium, it goes away from the normal. Okay, so understand this and the names of that. Don't make mistake. Incident ray is the ray traveling from the source. Refracted ray is the ray entering the other source, okay, or other medium. And emergent ray is the ray coming out. It will be same like the incident ray, but it is coming out from the next medium. So emergent ray will be the third medium. Now there are some laws are there. See here the laws. Incident ray, refracted ray are at the point of incident. There is a diagram shown there. We will draw a normal. We will draw an incident ray again. We will draw a refracted ray again. And an emergent ray. In your textbook it is given. They have given the names for the rays. These names are A, N, B. Okay. So from air, when the ray of light travels from air to the glass, so first What is the rule? Incident ray and the refracted ray are opposite side of the normal. You could see incident ray and refracted ray are opposite side of the normal. In your reflection, what happens here? Incident ray and reflected ray, these are reflected. This is your reflection and this is your refraction. No, two other things are there. Here what you have studied, incident ray and reflected ray are same side of the normal. Here incident ray and refracted ray are opposite side of that normal. Okay, so as well as they lie in the same plane. So study that law of refraction. What law is there? First, what you have studied, incident ray and refracted ray are opposite side of the normal. The three, that is incident ray, refracted ray and normal. Incident ray, refracted ray and the normal, they lie in the same plane. Plane you have studied in geography. What plane means? It is only a surface expanded which doesn't have any end. For a given pair of medium, air and glass, the ratio of sin I to sin R is constant. That we will study while doing one experiment. Okay. I hope you have understood. Again, one experiment we are going to perform here. I have a glass slab. Okay. You could see the glass slab. I hope so. This glass slab, when I keep it here, I'll mark down its ends. Okay, I have drawn an outline of a glass slab. I will draw an incident ray to the glass slab. Okay, and through that I will pass a ray of light. Okay, so let's see. This glass slab is kept here, and I am passing a ray of light through this glass slab. You could see from another side the ray is traveling. Okay, to see that side, you have to see the other side. The ray is traveling, but it is bending. It is bending inside. This we will study here down. Okay, we'll arrange a camera here down. Okay, arrange. See here, there is a paper. I have taken a plain paper. On that plain paper, now I am going to take the glass slab. You could see and we will draw the outline of the glass slab. Okay, keep the glass slab away and then could see outline. Outline is drawn of the glass slab. Now I will take any angle that is 90 degree First, I will draw 90 degree. A line, okay? As well as I will take some angle that is suppose I have decided here to take 30 degree. Now how I have to measure the 30 degree? I have to start from a 90, then come to 80, that is 10 degree, then come to 70, that is 20 degree, and then come to 60. Here 60 degree on this will give me the 30 degree angle from the normal. Okay, so I will draw a incident ray. I am drawing an incident ray here. So this incident ray, its measure is, so angle of incident we will write, it is 30 degree. Okay. Opposite. I will pass a ray of light to understand it. Okay. I will pass a ray of light through this incident ray. Could see. Okay, ray of light, you could see the other side coming out. Wherever it is coming out from the glass slab. Okay. See here, I will draw, put a point. You got it is coming out from the glass slab. I'll put a point inside. Okay, and I'll put off the torch. And draw through that point, I will draw an angle of refraction. Okay, here I have to again draw a normal. Okay, now what has happened inside the glass slab? This is the glass slab. Inside the glass slab, what has happened? The angle has changed. You could see the light has changed the angle. Could see the light has changed the angle. Okay, so this is the refracted ray. This is the incident ray. This is the refracted ray. No, this is the emergent ray, and inside is the refracted ray. Okay, so here the angle is 30 degree. Here we have to find out the angle. Let's find out the angle. It has come now 70 here. That means reflected. The angle of refraction is 20 degree. Okay, even though it has come 70, but we are calculating from 90 degree. We'll start from 90. That 90 to 80 makes 10 degree. 80 to 70 will make 20 degree. Okay, so angle of incident is 30. It was 30 degree. Angle of refraction is now 20 degree. What we have to measure here is sin I upon sin R. Now how to measure sin I upon sin R? What we have to do? Measure the length. You have to measure the length. Let's see now. You have to measure the length from angle of refraction to the normal, and you have to measure the length from angle of incident to normal. Okay, these measurement we require. Okay, so let's find the measurement here. It is 0.6. And this measurement is 0.3. Could see the measurement. It has formed triangle here. See, triangle here, and this has formed a triangle here. Two triangles are formed. One triangle is outside with the incident ray, and another triangle is formed inside with the refracted ray. Could see the triangles, this triangle and the other triangle. We'll give the name to this triangle A, B and C. Here D and E. Now the measurement of CB, length of CB is equal to 0.6. Length of DE is equal to 0.3. Okay, you have to find the other length. This triangle has become now the right angle triangle. We have got the hypotenuse here, hypotenuse AC, and here the triangle hypotenuse AE. Okay, so sine, you know the formula of sine, opposite upon hypotenuse. So sine I is equal to, what is opposite? Opposite means AC, length AC upon CB. Okay, and sine R is equal to length AE upon length DE. Okay, so you have to find out this length, and then afterwards what we are going to get here is angle of refractive index. Refractive index of this glass we will get here as sine I upon sine R. Whatever measurement you get here, suppose X and here you got Y, so it will become X upon Y. Okay. Again, I'll explain you here on the board the same thing what we have done. Okay, what we have done here now, again you just see, we have drawn a glass slab and then a normal that is 90 degree, and we have taken at some angle that is 30 degree an incident ray. Okay, we have passed a light inside. This light bent towards the normal. Okay, so that is the refracted ray. Incident ray, refracted ray, it bent towards the normal. Angle of incident was 30 degree. After the measurement, angle of refraction was, I have found it has become 20 degree. Further, the light has come outside, so it went away from the normal. Okay. Now what you have to find here is distance. Distance of the normal from the incident ray and distance of the normal to the refracted ray. You could see you have got now two triangles here. One triangle looks this way. No? The triangle with the incident ray looks this way, and the triangle with the refracted ray looks this way. Two triangles you have got. Okay. Light is two triangles you have got, that is one triangle with the incident ray and one triangle with the refracted ray. Okay, we will give the names to this triangle. A, B and C. Here also C, D and E. Okay. Now we have to find the distance. You have to measure the distance. You have to measure this distance. Okay. As well as you have to measure this distance. The next thing is you have to measure this distance also. You're getting me? You have to measure AB, you have to measure DE, you have to measure CE, and you have to measure BC. Both the sides, no, you have got right angle triangle. You could see, and you have to use right angle triangle formula to find the refractive index. What we are doing, we are finding the refractive index of glass slab. Now, what do you mean by refractive index? That I'll tell you afterwards. Just understand how to find the refractive index. It will be not asked to you, only the formula will be asked. But still the further it is, that is to find refractive index. You require a formula sin I upon sin R. Okay, sin, that is the theorem. No, you have trigonometry. Trigonometry's values are there. Sin means it has an opposite upon hypotenuse. Correct? This value sin I upon sin R is constant. Constant means glass, light traveling through this glass, it will travel in the same manner because it is glass. No, light traveling through the water's density and the density of the glass is differing. Why it is differing? Because it has some particles inside and it is making, or either it is not allowing the light to travel easily. Okay, as medium is very rare, the light will travel very easily. But if the medium goes on becoming very dense, light will have the problem to travel. Okay, it is same like your resistance of electricity. It is same like that. Okay, when electricity is traveling, it has an opposition of the atoms and molecules which are present in that medium. Same opposition is being given by the glass and the water for the light to travel. Okay, so light cannot travel easily inside. Either the medium goes on becoming rarer, or either medium goes on becoming denser. Okay, so your opposite upon hypotenuse, you have to find out every sign. Now sin I, if I want to find out, what I'll do, I have to get the values of this triangle. Which triangle? Triangle made by the incident ray. And if I have to find the value of sin R, I have to get the value of the other triangle. Triangle made by the refracted ray. So how the value? Opposite. Opposite means this is BC. Hypotenuse is, sorry. Opposite of this, no, what is that? BC is hypotenuse, AB. AB upon BC. Okay. And here DE upon CE. What is that? I have to find out the length. Length of AB, length of BC, length of DE, and length of CE. After finding the length, you will get some value. I will take it as X here. You will get some value. I take it as Y here. So, to find the refractive index of this glass slab, what I require here is X upon Y. This X upon Y will have same unit, correct? No? This has same unit. That unit will get cancelled and they will give you the formula or either the value of refractive index of glass slab. Other than glass slab, if any other medium is there, not the glass slab, but other medium is there, then you have to find the refractive index of that medium. Okay. So I hope so you have understood. We are going to move further. If anything you did not understand, we'll discuss afterwards. So in your book, you have given the refractive index of air, ice, water, alcohol, and kerosene. Now we are going to study when the light travels in three different ways. When the light is traveling in three different ways, how it behaves. First diagram. Again, I will draw a medium, that is dense medium. This is rare medium, that is air. This medium is dense. It is glass. Okay. A ray of light is traveling from the rare medium. Okay. It is away from the normal. And when it enters the dense medium, it comes close to the normal. Okay. And then it travels outside. So here what will happen? The angle of incident is more and angle of refraction is less. The other possibility, now this is 90 degree. You could see it is 90 degree. If ray of light travels through 90 degree, then what will happen? If ray of light is traveling exactly to this 90 degree, what will happen? The ray will not bend at all. There will be no reflection. It will travel straight. When it is traveling straight, it is not making any angle with the normal. You could see it is making zero angle with the normal. Okay, so what it is, when a ray of light traveling or 90 degree with the surface, when the ray of light is 90 degree with the surface, what is the angle of refraction? Angle of refraction is 0. Okay, angle of refraction is 0. It is not making any angle with the normal. So you will not write here 90 degree. You have to write here angle of refraction is 0 when incident ray is 90 degree to the surface. Okay. Further, as the light travels further, what will happen? Still it is not going to make any angle with the normal. It will travel straight. These are the two rays laws. Again, one more law is there. Rule is there. It is not law. Suppose a medium is there, okay, and light is there inside the medium. No, many of the time, no, during our festivals and all, we put light in some glass bottles or either, no, all those things, decoration. So when light is inside the medium, or light is in the water, or light is inside the glass, now how it is going to behave? This is normal, and light is coming from the medium. This medium is dense now, and the medium is rare now, that is air. Source of light is inside the glass. A source of light is inside the water. How it is going to behave? First of all, it will be close to the normal. We could see incident ray. Now this ray will become incident ray and it will still go away from the normal. This ray will become refracted ray and this ray will become incident ray. So from wherever the light is coming from the source, so that ray of light we call it as incident ray. So it can be, the source can be from anywhere. Now here the ray of light is traveling from the denser medium to the rarer medium. So what happens? From denser medium it is close to the normal. Rarer medium it is going away from the normal. Okay, so 3 rules you have studied, 2 laws you have studied now, as well as the property, how, what is meant by refraction. Now you can differentiate now reflection also and refraction. According to the light. So how light is traveling, that will be classified. So can you recall that the substances, 3 types of substances we have classified according to the light. According to the electricity, we have classified 3 types of substance, correct? Metals, non-metals and metalloids. According to the heat also, we have classified the substance as metal, non-metal and metalloids. According to the sound. Now according to the light, how we classify the substance? We classify the substance as opaque, transparent, and translucent. When we say the substance is opaque, that means we are talking about the light only. No? That means the light is not passing through that substance. When light is not passing through the substance, that means the substance is opaque. That means the substance is going to form a shadow, isn't it? That means light is not passing and it is no obstacle for the light to pass. Transparent, light can pass through that substance. That means the substance is transparent. Translucent, light cannot pass, light cannot reflect. Light spreads that there itself. Okay. If you take the paste, your paste, rice paste, and there you pass light to that paste, or either the starch or either the milk. Though these substances are translucent substance, they will not allow the light to go there also. They will not allow the light to reflect also, but they will spread the light. In foggy atmosphere also you see if this is translucent. The light is spread of that vehicle's headlight is being spread. So 3 types of substances we classify according to that. Now what we are studying is transparent substance. Transparent substance now can be dense also or can be rare according to the particles present in them. So our air is also transparent. No, atmosphere is transparent. Sometimes it becomes more dense. Sometimes it becomes rare. So it depends on the atmosphere. It depends on the climatic condition of that region. Okay. So sometimes it is denser or sometimes it is rarer. So we are talking about for refraction. We are talking about the transparent substance only. So I think our time has been, we are finishing off the time. Okay. So we'll meet on Wednesday, and whatever I have given, these 3 diagrams you learn to draw about the rules of refraction, laws of refraction you have to study. Okay. As well as refractive index. What is meant by refractive index? That is the definition of refraction of light. Note down and keep. I want the homework till evening, till today's evening. What you are going to, definition of refraction of light, laws of refraction, diagram 6.1. That means all those 6.1 diagram, no, all those refractions and those things that you have to draw. Okay, you have to learn the laws of refraction and you have to learn these 3 diagrams. Okay, and see the refractive index. So from 3 pages we are completing today, and we will meet Wednesday. Hope so you all are good. Okay, you can on your chat box if anything, or you can on your speaker and speak with me if you want. Chat box. if you have not understood, or either I will send the recording, okay? And how many of them have connected today? 73. Half of them. Yes. Yes, any doubt? If you have doubt, you can ask, or either you can call me or send message on WhatsApp. I will clear your doubt. Okay? No doubt means you don't want to hear again me. Huh? Okay, thank you very much. We'll disconnect now. Stay safe. Bye.